So the government has finally released the Deloitte report on the National Cathedral for public scrutiny and perusal. And for me, when I looked at it, what I kept asking myself is, why this sense of urgency to build a house of God, and how due process was overlooked, and to think of the personalities that were involved. I mean, how do you make meaning out of this?
Meaning, I don't know if we'll ever make meaning out of. But like, we give so much power to presidents in this country. Every president can wake up and say, I want to do this for God. And they will decide because they have the powers to do it and won't have anything to say. I'm saying this because if the previous president, the former president, Akufo-Addo, listened to citizens when we told him that we don't want this, at least majority of the citizens said, this is not priority. We live in a country where we are overly religious. If you're looking for one of the stylish or some of the best church buildings in on this continent, it can be found in this country.
I agree.
So why were we in a hurry to build something? One, we kept asking, where are you going to get the funds for? They told us in our face, Ken Ofori-Atta told us that it won't come from government's money. It won't come from the taxes of citizens. We asked you, how are you going to fund it? A lot of times. Eventually, you used consolidated fund to go and do this, and nobody, I'm even surprised the OSP is not adding that to the charges. He's charging him with currently.
I mean, Kingsley, you would expect that if you have a board that is constituent of the top echelons when it comes to the Christian community. We have Doug Hayward-Mills who is in there. We have the mine and salt woman.
Salt and Light.
Salt and Light. What was her name?
Reverend Joyce.
Yeah. You have someone like that in there. You have even
Naban.
I mean, these are the top echelons when it comes to the Christian community. And you wouldn't expect this rot and negligence for due process in a matter like this.
And I agree with you. But then again, I also applaud them for resigning, some of them, for resigning and to say that, yes, we superintended over this thing, it went south, and we have resigned. But you see, accountability, we are talking about monies here. We sit in our various churches and we always chastise politicians. We always tell them they have to follow due process and do right by Ghanaians. And you give this same opportunity to these top names. Duncan Williams, Otabel, name them, top men of God in this country. And this is the results.
You see, for me, I do understand how a country that is lacking roads, a country that is lacking schools, a country that is having very bad infrastructure when it comes to the health sector, when it even comes to transportation and all of that. And then a group of people who decide that, see, I've always said, when the report came, it says that Ghana owes the contractor this amount. And I have said that, no, it is not true. The only person who owes that contractor is the former president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. He is the one who owes the contractor because it was only him who went to God and said that he is going to build him a church. So how is it that a man who has gone to promise God that he's going to build him a church has cost all of us, when in a country where we don't have enough schools, even if we have the schools, we don't have enough desks that will fill in these schools. So I don't understand. And even if you look at the report, there were due processes that were overlooked, and money that the government received from Reverend Kusi Boateng, and they said they can't even trace it. They tell you that a momo of about millions has been given and it can't be accounted for, and the reason is that some are failed transaction, reverse transaction, and all of this. And this is coming at a time where we don't have a lot of social amenities, and even the economy itself was in dire need of saving. And all of this were overlooked, and then we have given some agency to build a church because one man just woke up and decided that, oh God, today I am going to build you a church. So now all the people who are under me must pay. Meanwhile, you told us that the taxpayer was not going to be involved in this. So you lied to us and lied to God.
You can actually do the work of God, you know. You just gave us a sermon. No. You know, I agree. Take your stone. I agree with you. See, this is just the report. We've seen the infractions. We've seen the monies going to places they are not supposed to go to. Right? Now, the law enforcement agencies, the security agencies should do their work.
Exactly.
We should see people answering questions. Because I'm not sure the heads of churches as we were put together to form the National Cathedral board or whatever, I'm not sure such things happen in their local churches.
You know?
And for me, in my opinion, I think that the place should be left as it is. We shouldn't use it for any other thing. Just barricade it with glasses and put there by Ekufuado with just the foundation. And that will actually attract tourists. If you come and you ask why this prime area with just a bare land, then the story behind it, so that we tell the people coming after us what a president decided to do. A personal promise in his bedroom became a national expense to a country like Ghana.
This is really sad. Well, do you agree with Kingsley that this is what we should use the hole for? Please let us know what we should use the hole for. But importantly, I'm saying that, look, others feel the wheel of justice is grinding slowly. Like, this report is damning, yet no arrest is being done, no prosecution is being done. So there are cause for worry that the wheel of justice.
I said the report is now out, right? So we know where people did wrong.
Okay.
So it's up to the agencies, the security agencies. I don't know if the Minister of Interior will have to direct, say, the police to look into it, or Yoko, or whatever it is. Whoever is responsible, the report is now out. Let's now ask people questions. You see, reputation is everything. And these solid men of God you were listing are all, or were all on the National Cathedral board. How are they feeling right now? How are they feeling right now? Because I keep telling you, they have a lot of people as church members, and I'm not sure this thing will happen in any of these big men, their churches. And forever and ever, whether you resigned or not, we will mention your name because you were part of the committee or board from the onset.
And what is this rent of $108,000 being paid to Reverend Kusi Boateng? For what?
Because he in particular, the controversy since it started, Reverend Kusi Boateng has been in the news for the longest time, whether it is double identity, National Cathedral monies, some company he opened or he's linked to.
Bro,
this is not what our men of God are made of. No.
A guy will steal plantain and get 15 years in jail. Yeah. But this man has done this and is still walking freely.
We can't say conclusively, but the allegations are damning. So we should find some solution to some of these.
I agree. And I have always maintained that when the day of judgment comes, all the charlatans behind the pulpit will be exposed. Well, let us know what you think about this whole situations. We are here to listen to you and to read your comments. But till we come your way next time, make sure you are a great citizen. We are.